Imagine a city where a tiny two-bedroom apartment costs over $1 million, where buying a basic family sedan requires an $80,000 government permit before you even pay for the car, and where a single cup of coffee can easily set you back 10 bucks. Welcome to Singapore, the small island nation that consistently ranks as the single most expensive city on planet Earth, rising from a modest trading port in the middle of the 20th century to a global financial mega hub. Singapore has become an absolute magnet for billionaires, tech giants, and massive international wealth. But behind its glittering skyline, pristine streets, and world-class luxury lies a mind-blowing reality for tourists, expats, and everyday locals. Is Singapore truly worth its staggering price tag? Or is it just an overhyped financial trap? Welcome back to Hidden Globe. Today we are going inside the world's most expensive city, exploring what makes it so pricey, how locals actually survive, and whether it deserves a spot on your bucket list. Let's jump straight in. To understand why Singapore is so mind-blowingly expensive, you first have to look at its map, covering just 730 square kilometers. Singapore has virtually zero natural resources and extremely limited physical space, because every single square foot of land is priceless. Real estate costs here are astronomical. Rent for a basic one-bedroom apartment anywhere near the city center averages between $3,000 and $4,000 US every single month. And for foreign expats trying to buy real estate, massive government taxes and sky-high land values push luxury condos well into the multi-million-dollar range. To keep the city somewhat affordable for its own citizens, the government built high-density public housing communities, known as HDB flats, where over 80% of native Singaporeans live. Yet, get this, even resale prices for prime public housing units have crossed the $1 million mark in recent years. If you think housing sounds steep, wait until you hear about the cost of driving in Singapore. It is downright insane. To prevent traffic gridlock on a small island, the Singaporean government strictly limits how many vehicles can exist on the road using a bidding system called the Certificate of Entitlement, or COE. Before you can even buy a car, you must first bid on a 10-year COE permit, which frequently costs anywhere from $75,000 to over $100,000 US alone. When you combine that permit fee with import taxes and registration fees, a basic standard Toyota Corolla will easily cost you over $140,000. Want a luxury Porsche or Mercedes-Benz? Get ready to drop over $300,000. Because driving is intentionally engineered to be a luxury for the ultra-rich, Singapore built what is widely considered the world's most efficient, spotless, and cheap public transit system, allowing millions of residents to travel across the entire island for just $2 or $3 a day. So, what does all of this mean for tourists planning a trip? If you are looking for five-star luxury, Singapore delivers like nowhere else on Earth. Iconic hotels like Marina Bay Sands feature the world's highest rooftop infinity pool, while trendy lounges easily charge $30 for a single cocktail due to steep alcohol taxes. However, Singapore hides a secret weapon that makes it surprisingly accessible to budget travelers. Its world-famous hawker centers. These massive, covered street food halls house hundreds of local food stalls serving legendary dishes from world-famous Hainanese chicken rice to spicy laksa and char kway teow. Right here, in one of the richest cities on Earth, you can sit down and enjoy a Michelin-approved, UNESCO-recognized meal for just $4 to $6 US. While fine dining and nightlife are outrageously expensive, Singapore's food culture proves you don't need a billionaire's wallet to eat like royalty. When you weigh these extreme costs against what the city actually offers, a very clear picture emerges. Singapore is virtually crime-free, unbelievably clean, hyper-efficient, and packed with futuristic marvels like gardens by the bay and Jewel Changi Airport. It offers a seamless mix of Western business structure and rich Asian tradition. While moving here permanently or owning a car requires serious wealth, visiting for 3 or 4 days is surprisingly doable if you ride public transit. Book hotels slightly outside the downtown core and eat at local hawker stalls. So, is the world's most expensive city worth visiting? Absolutely. It gives us a fascinating preview of what the urban future of humanity could look like. Have you ever visited Singapore, or is it high on your travel bucket list? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe to Hidden Globe, and stay tuned for script number 3 in our viral travel series. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.